gonna do more of this. Try to do more. I'm back on YouTube. 1 second. No, definitely like to chop it up and catch up. Uh, I know this ain't gonna be pretty right now, but let's. The lighting's better. The lighting's better. And I gotta give my takes. And I mean, so I want to give up my point of view since you know my shirt. Yeah, I was out all day. So yeah, let's talk about this Brittany Renner. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about her since she's so trending. I don't even know what's so trending about her. Why is she so relevant? Other than the fact that she just does the grimy, the ratchet body stuff for more so attention. You know, I mean, I didn't even feel like motivated to even just because it's very what I've been hearing in these YouTube, Facebook, social media streets, in the red pill manosphere, the non-simp pro-black route. Pro-black streets. Not you pro-wax, not you feminazis, you black misandrous heifers. I ain't talking about that y'all want to represent pro-blackness when you're really a bunch of feminazis and a bunch of undercover divestors. And you simps that don't want to call out melanated females for their BS, but you want to just call out, you want to call out Karen, but be soft-handed about it. You want to call it the cave hoe, the Caucasian female. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all don't want to go in, but y'all have no problem talking about men, criticizing men and their behavior. But y'all always have an excuse for these females that y'all complain about. And I think some of y'all that go in on Brittany Renner, I think, and I know I shouldn't do this, but I think, let me just say this. If Brittany Renner was a dude, the roasting would be, and I believe the roasting should go down. When Brittany Renner talked about when she was on a college campus in Jackson State, since she went to Jackson State, when she stated that on Twitter, and I got on her on that, yes I did. I don't have a Twitter page. I have a Twitter page for my love for beautiful feet. And her feet, they extra average at best. I mean, they're stereotypical long, them long, you can say bland, yellow bone, light skin ebony, with the fat is on the fat, that's very wide, but as long and slim. She got some weird looking shapely feet. I mean, I know that I should discuss this in a different in my foot page. But I wouldn't mind doing a little foot shoot. I mean, to me, real talk, I wasn't surprised that she started OnlyFans. I wouldn't be surprised if she wanted to sell feet pictures. Her feet ain't too bad. You know what I'm saying? They look decent. Even though I had better. Now on her looks, I ain't feeling like that. I mean, I know some of y'all will think I'm nuts. Even though y'all have to roast her. To me, I'm at a point, man, when I look at a woman who's so-called attractive, I'm like, it's just not worth it. Yeah, if she gave it to me, make sure you have your strap on. Make sure you have the rubber because these females don't want to. They got all this birth control. They got hundreds of choices of birth control. 1,000 varieties of birth control for women. Contraceptions, it's ridiculous. Almost 100. While men got like probably less than 5 to be accurate. But you can say I'll say probably I know there's a different variations of rubbers but it's like 10. We really got like no choices in birth control other than the latex and the latex, the so-called rubber. I mean, that's what you should use to be most effective. And then you got the pull out, and then you got the Then you got the abstinence, which is not realistic. I hate when people say, "Oh, just do that." Oh, come on. That's like you tell us, "Oh, it's no different." When I hear people tell women or the sisterhood, the so-called sisterhood, y'all, there's no sisterhood with a lot of you melanated women, with women in general, but melanated women, because y'all just give each other bad advice because y'all want each other to fail. As long as you're just tearing down your counterpart, your male counterpart, and then when you get your wake-up call for being a mammy and a Negro bedwench, then all of a sudden, we want protection. But y'all call Brad, the so-called Brad, you call the Caucasian, the Caucasian male, for your protection, and unless it's going after your own, because you want to be that Negro Karen, that black Karen, that's free case. You want to be that black Karen cave bitch. You want to be Caucasian female. Let's just keep it real. You could talk about how you don't like white. It's so funny. I always hear, well, we don't like white women, and white women are this and this, and I can't stand that cave devil demon double ass bitch. But y'all justify why you have Europeanized hair, weave, wig, and make excuses, and you say, and then you try to make the false equivalent of, well, they do it too. No, they don't. And my thing is, even if they do it, why do you want to be like the nasty, disease-carrying cave hoe, that cave demon, cave devil bitch that y'all say you hate? Why do you hate her so much? I mean, it's not. Let me say this: when it comes to these pro-acts, these black females who talk about they're so pro-black, it's not that deep. The dick policing. But these women talk about we have control over the bodies. No, we don't. Let me say, if black men had control over the women's bodies, our communities would not be like they are. Broken homes, women filing for divorce. Y'all like to see, this is the thing with statistics. They want to use statistics when it benefits their narrative, but they don't go in depth. We're not going to do statistics or rates. And I'm like, it's like y'all try to sound so fucking smart when it comes to this statistics. Y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But it comes from the white source. But then you Negroes want to use that source to justify why the black man's horrible. But when we try to do it to these melanated females, oh, we can't do that. See, it's very gynocentric in the black community. In Western society, in America, the black community is very gynocentric. Female privilege is very high. Men are underprivileged. Men don't have no privilege, no freedom, nothing. And I would argue that we talk about black men getting wrongfully prosecuted. When we have the Innocence Project, a lot of y'all Negroes, Negro females, are responsible for why a lot of black men are wrongfully incarcerated, wrongfully arrested. This is what I'm going to be discussing with Robert bitch ass Perkins. Okay? Because I don't have a problem with Robert Perkins, and I'm going to try to make it to his live stream since he says he will give me the space. I hope he's being real about that. Because when black women get criticized, black American women, where nobody wants to touch it in the black community, The only time I think it's okay when it's outsiders who criticize them, but a lot of times these Negro females, melanated females, will stand by the colonizer. The colonizer male that they say they hate, even though he's doing them dirty. Now you try to protect her from that. They want to fuck. I mean, look how y'all was silent about Chad Wheeler. Look how y'all was silent about Chad Wheeler. Look how y'all was silent about Chad Wheeler. Look how y'all didn't want to touch on it, and then when I bring it to your attention, y'all want to get an attitude. Some of you males don't want to talk about, but y'all have no problem going after black men who are accused, like Tory Lane, Kareem Hunt, Ray Rice. But you had nothing to say about Josh Brown. You had nothing to say about, some of y'all barely said something about Harvey Weinstein until I would argue that the black manosphere, the red pill content creators, even if they're not black, called you out. And myself included. You know, I was like not on YouTube due to my situation, which I would need y'all support in, but I'll discuss that at a different day and time. And the thing is about this, this has everything connected to the heifer that y'all talk about. Because my thing is, when Brittany Renner says, hide your sons, when she goes to a college campus, and I mean, even if she said this at a high school, well, they're talking to seniors. Come on now. Not every senior is 18 years old or legal age. And just because somebody is of legal age, just turned 18, why would somebody that's 30 years old want to try to holler at an 18-year-old? Now, I don't care if it's a male or a female. Yes, and I have been told by women that they have gotten their rocks off with these younger guys between 18 and 21, under the age of 25. Some of you guys would just say, oh, you the man. And it's so funny because with PJ Washington, and y'all, I mean, he got finesse. And to me, my thing is, this is what happens when you don't protect your seed. This is what happens when you have no discipline. And ladies, this is what happens. I don't care how old you are. Even if your fertility is damn near gone, even if you're 40 years old, because some of y'all 40-year-olds act like you're still in your 20s. A lot of you women don't have no dick discipline yourselves. So when I hear what men need to do this, no, ladies, y'all need to do this because y'all are the first teachers of the children. Okay? You are the first teachers of the next generation coming up. Y'all give birth to the generation y'all worth. Now, then y'all want to say it takes two. Okay, but y'all got the majority influence. This is the reason why you have more child abuse cases with women abusing children and having inappropriate relations to children. I don't care if they made it past puberty. And I understand when many of us was teens, we were curious. Okay? You know what I'm saying? But from my experience, ain't nobody was looking at my direction. So, I had my fantasies and I knew that you just don't want to go there. I mean, you had a young black man who, I don't know, and he's doing prison time for having now I don't know if she was a teacher, and I'm not sure if she's either Caucasian or or black woman or whatever ethnicity she is. He's in trouble. He's the predator, even though she had control of the situation and she's engaging in sexual activity with a minor. But, y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all want to victim blame the men or say this stuff don't happen. This only happens to underage girls, underage young women, which is trash. Because this is how a lot of these guys get fucked up by these old assholes. And you wonder why they do women dirty or be violent towards women because of their unresolved trauma. But y'all don't have that conversation. And you want to talk about how numbers is not that heavy. There's not the rates, the numbers. It's unreported. It's unreported because it's fucking dismissed. I have tried to make reports when I was assaulted, when I was harassed, and I got laughed out the building. I can tell you that a lot of men do speak out, but they're silenced by you bitch ass niggas, by you simps. We already know how other groups feel about black men, and you got these women who don't support us like that. I don't care what y'all say. A lot of these melanated women are not supportive. The ones that are, if you are supportive, you obviously know I ain't talking about you, but don't be disingenuous. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. Because when you have your complaints about certain brothers, I know y'all ain't talking about me, but a lot of times y'all don't want to break it down and say, yes, I'm messing with Pookie and Ray Ray. Yes, I'm messing with the Bone Thuggin' Harmony, the dusty ass, nobody Tupac. See, we don't want to have these conversations. This is why a lot of people don't like me in any space. There's people who love me and love what I do, and I'm a small market. I'm very small. Even when I had my YouTube channel, and I'm back on this thing. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't like what I say. A lot of people say I'm too serious. A lot of people say, oh, you're for the men scene. Let me tell you, if you don't put men first, and you don't cater to the men who built this world, guess what, ladies? You're not, okay, I think if you don't want to cater to men, you want to be the leader. I ain't gonna this is like, that's why I call y'all, you know what I'm saying? So, when she said, hide your sons, that was not cute. And if you think that was cute and you thought it was funny, you trash. A lot of these dudes who was okay with these female predators, y'all part of the problem. And a lot of you probably was taken advantage of, but you're afraid to come forward because you're scared of being roasted by these bitch ass simp blue pill males, beta males, especially in the pro-wax sector. You know what I'm saying? You hoe ass niggas, you dusty hoe ass ain't nothing niggas. And I already know you blue pill, fake red pill, Caucasian males, y'all talk a good game, but you ain't gonna, when it comes to the whole men's thing, you ain't trying to help black men out. So that's why I don't fuck with y'all like that, because you want to be these, Caucasians always want to be the victim, but they always want to victimize people. And that's one thing I noticed. It's like y'all want to victimize people because you got male Karens, male Karens. Okay, you got these male Karens. They will fight another dude, but when it comes to checking a female on her disrespect or a woman's behaving badly, they don't want to say nothing. Oh, I forgot you. I guess you need a place to stay tonight. Oh, I guess you got to stay in her couch. Some of you guys got money, but you just don't know how to. You don't know how to be a man. You just gonna leave with your money, and then you're gonna cry about being taken to child support court or why she a gold digger and all that stuff. There's a lot of accountability that a lot of you, because we can talk about the women, you women can talk about the men, but y'all gotta call out the women who enable this bullshit with these males. Dudes, you can talk about the women all day, but you gotta call out these simps. And a lot of y'all gotta look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? The thing about Brittany Renner, when she said that, if that was a man who said, hey, I'm going to Jackson State, hey, I'm going to the high school campus, even if I graduate from that high school, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk to the senior class, hide your daughters. You know what I do? Hand behind your head, get fingerprinted, and you have your day in court, and you and you probably won't be able to post bail. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know, simping. Because if a man would have said, hide your daughters, go to a college campus, well, they're over the age of 8, they just turned 18, they're able to drink. That man would be banned and will face all types of criminal charges, likely, especially got this skin complexion. Let's keep it real. And that's the thing about Brittany Renner. I mean, the whole thing with Kevin Samuels. I didn't have an issue with Kevin Samuels. To me, I think he did his job. I don't know what people expected. She, to me, and surprisingly, Brittany Renner was very respectful. To be honest, and if she was on my platform, if she was on my platform, as long as she respects me, I respect her, regardless of her lifestyle. If I think her lifestyle and the way she does things is trash, but PJ Washington, yeah, he got manipulated, but he was old enough to know better. To me, he was old enough to know better. But this is what happens when you don't have. A lot of these guys like PJ Washington. I think they watch Red Pill content for entertainment, but they don't watch it for learning, like I do, like I've been doing for the last years. When the deal with Brittany Renner is this. Hey, let me play this. Let me hold on. Let me play this since since you asked. This is my issue with Brittany Renner. Hold on, and I'm pulling her up right now. I'm not gonna. I think I can play the audio, but I don't think I can show it. You know what I'm saying? She's homeless, basically. She's having financial troubles. She's having financial troubles. That's what's going on. And here's the thing. I'm going to read you the article. I'm going to read you on hold on. She ain't all that. No, that's not it. That's not the article. That's not. Okay. And then I'm okay. Hold on one second. Let me see. I think this is it. High value Kevin Samuels takes IG body Brittany Renner on a shopping date. And so basically, no, this is not the article. But basically Kevin Samuels was like, I guess, doing some business trade-off, since he talked about that. And he bought her a sporty car. And I guess whatever happened, he took it back, or she had to give it back to him, or it got repossessed. And she don't have a car. Well, I should say she don't have her own car, and she got to move back in her mama's house. And she's talking about independence and stuff, and I'm like, I just wish many of these modern females will stop talking. Just be quiet. Just stop talking and trying to explain yourself away. It's just like with Lizzo. Oh, you should like me for who I am. I can be big and I should be able to have the man I want. No, you cannot. Here's the article. Brittany Renner's sweet sticks turn sour as she and Kevin Samuels call it quits. This week's edition of Well, That Went Left Quickly. Sandra Rose is reporting that once hot and heavy relationship between Instagram star and NBA player PJ Washington's baby mama Brittany Renner, and so-called relationship expert, because Kevin Samuels is not no relationship expert. I'm sorry. I like what he talks about sometimes, but no. Is now on the Fizz. Fritz, F-R-I-T-E. F-R-I-T-Z. Indeed, it was all good just a month ago. Kevin Samuels reported was taking Brittany Renner on shopping sprees, even gifted her with a sick car. Well, now she's moving back with her mom, sister, and that sports car. Well, Samuels had that repossessed. Brittany Renner on Instagram was in tears with Karen tears. Those are my words. regarding the unfortunate turn of events. No, you're irresponsible, bitch. You're irresponsible. You don't know how to manage money. That's the problem. Can you imagine 20? Now I ain't gonna read all that. I'm just gonna play. I'm just gonna play it.
Oh, moved into my new place today. Y'all, when I tell you, I've been thugging. Okay, like, been living with my mom and my sister. It's me, my mom, my sister.
Loser.
I mean, because, you know, 2.5 months when I decided to leave, my baby was 2.5 months old. I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't even have a car. I still don't have a car. I got rid of my car, you know, because, you know, empty promises, whatever. But I've been thinking so hard.
I don't know what you mean by fucking, but whatever.
Our beach just has really been the hardest time of my life. And here I am. Because I thought somebody, right. Because, that to say, don't ever relinquish your independence for a relationship. Follow your dreams, not your boyfriend. A man is not a financial plan. Always have your own things. I honestly feel like since this situation, I don't think, even if I was married, I can't see myself not having my own house outside of the main house. Like, I would just have to have my own space. Maybe that will change with time, who knows. But also, it's crazy. Like, people, they want to see you fail. Oh, they want to see you fail when you don't.
You're failing, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
They can't do anything because all you fucking do is win.
You're not winning.
God, this girl's still here.
You're dying. You're dying alone.
I thought somebody thought there was. I thought. You thought. We all thought. I want to say thank you to the people on all social media platforms that continue. God, don't cry. That continue to support me.
Don't
because
support her.
It's just a fucking privilege to have.
Female privilege gone wrong.
I'm so fucking thankful. I swear to God, I see the world with a whole different set of eyes now.
It's called the wall.
Thank you for the people who continue to support me despite the fuckery that I've had to.
I mean, my phone died, but it just. I would play the whole video, but to me, I don't know what the fuck she meant by thugging. Oh, I guess she means being a prostitute, being a hoe, being the typical Amber dumbass Rose. And she's talking about independence. Bitch, you have never been independent. You can't, and my thing is, you are a hypergamous hoe. You are hypergamous. You are a gold digging cunt. Okay? There's nothing independent about you, because if you was, you wouldn't. All these males, these athletes, these male celebrities, these men who got money and resources, or alleged that they had money and resources, because we know these guys be capping too. Some of them are these D-list celebrities that she was messing with. And my thing is, it's so funny when I hear these heifers talk about, even in my personal life, when I meet them online or in the app or in person, and they talk about they deal with rich men pay them this, and I ask, well, how come he didn't put a ring on it? Because my thing with Beyonce, one thing I can't stand her. And, you know, I kind of like Solange, but when she assaulted Jay-Z, and that situation was none of her business anyway. I don't care because I know for a fact, if Beyonce got in her business, that would be problems. But you know how a family member always want to be in your business, but the minute you notice something about their situation, they tell your butt out. That's why you got to keep people out your business. She has never been independent. And a man is not a financial plan. I got a question, Brittany. Yes, I'm going there with you tonight. I got a fucking question, Brittany. Then why did you fuck with Brittany? Why did you fuck with PJ Washington? Why did you have his baby? Oh yeah. 99% of these heifers, these modern Western cunts, are hypergamous and gold diggers. They want it all, like she says, but they don't want to do the work. They don't want to cooperate with a man. How can you date all these rich, so-called high-value men, and I should say high-value males, and still be single? That's because those dudes don't want to put up with your bullshit. That's because you don't know when to zip your lip and be quiet and listen and give the man peace, be corruptive. I don't think she can cook. I think the only thing she can cook is a goddamn TV dinner. Hungry, hungry or banquet. Yeah. Or Jimmy Dean sausage biscuits. Those pre-packaged dinners, and she's saying I made dinner. No, bitch, you did not make no goddamn dinner. You bought a pre-made, you went to Harris Teeter, you went to Whole Foods, ShopRite, Stop and Shop, whatever shop, because I've been all over. I've been up and down the East Coast. There's a ShopRite in Jersey, Stop and Shop, and they're in Jersey, New York, and Massachusetts. And I've been through Kroger. There's a Harris Teeter. There's a Publix. A lot of these heifers, all they do is buy pre-made food. And it's so funny. These women do not have that. They want a man who's tall and all that stuff. And a lot of these hoes ain't tall. I mean, she can be 5'5". The man can be 5'8", 5'9". She don't want to fuck with him. I'm 6 feet tall. Now, height for me personally has never been an issue. And I have met women who are my height or taller. But I guess if you're a big ass dude, even though they say they don't like fat guys, they don't like men who are big. They say this publicly, but I guess if you got away with words like these Pookies and Ray Rays, these Jeromes, Tyrones, these Chads, dusty ass Jose, these Chins, Wing Dong Chong, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Their version of Pookies and Ray Rays in their communities. I guess if you got away with words, and I don't think it's game. I'm tired of these guys talking about you gotta have game. Fuck all that game shit. And fuck paying for it too, monetarily speaking. Because my thing is, as a man, you're gonna be paying for it some way, somehow. And for me personally, yeah, Ricos, those dusty ass, broken dusty Ricos. Let me tell you about when men paying. This is why I have our arguments with women. Now my thing is when they want to keep arguing, I don't just no. Now I would check them on their disrespect and maybe cuss you the fuck out. And if it leads to the domestic violence, I'm not. If you're in my house, I'm not walking away. I don't want to call 911, but I rather handle the situation myself. That's why you record them when they start acting up. That's red pill. That's what I learned. When you have relations or any type of sexual activity, it can be foot rubs, sucking toes. I mean, anything you do, even if oral, sex, oral sex. Understand this. Make sure you film that. You could just say, hey, it's just for the Me Too defense. I have a way of talking, okay? You can say, hey, I just like to make homemade stuff, homemade video. I'm not gonna share it, okay? It will never be on Pornhub. It will never be on Pornhub. Now, if you're a content creator in adult entertainment, it's your decision if you want to resell that content on some of these fetish clip stores. Make sure you don't have their face in it like that. Just saying. So, you're paying for it. My thing is, you rub her feet, you're paying. You just talking to her, or you're being caring, honest, you're paying. When you have intimacy relations, you paying for it for real. I don't care what they say. Well, you don't know what you're doing in the bedroom. You don't know how to. No, no, heifer. You don't know what you're doing. Maybe your body count's too high. Maybe your body count is too goddamn high. Maybe you overuse that machine. You know, you got to put the batteries in. But see, we can't see that's don't no. I gotta be real with y'all. A man's always paying. If something gets broken, or let's say I have somebody living with me, you know what I'm saying, staying with me, and I hear something, or a noise. Who you think is gonna get up and check what's going on? The man. So he's paying for his life. He's always putting his life on the line. Even if a woman, looks like she don't know where she's going, or she looks like she feels like, these women talk about protection, or she feels like or she don't feel comfortable, but then when you show up, she wants to disrespect you because you're not the guy that she wanted to rescue. Some just goofy stuff like that. A man's always paying. I mean, when a man says hi, he's paying. When a man say, hey, let's exchange contact, he's paying. These women do not want to take no risk in nothing. They don't want to give a man anything. They want to just take. That's the problem with these modern hells. Okay? They want to make it into a lifelong career. And it's not. OnlyFans should not be your main source of your main career. You know what I'm saying? It should not be a 50-year career. You know what I'm saying? So Brittany Renner talk about she independent. No, chick, you a gold digger. You a gold digger, and you ain't no boss. You ain't no boss. You just a bratty. I mean, you just a bratty. You just a bratty, just obnoxious. You're a bratty, obnoxious, sassy, sad, nothing. There's nothing boss about her. These women talk about their boss. They're not bossing anything. How can you be a boss in business, but when it comes to your relationships with people, with men, you suck. Your decision making, you got women who they're not even friends with each other. I know when women get a certain age, they don't have friends. The female friends are gone. All that's talk about the sisterhood. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be hurting a lot of feelings tonight. Especially some of you simps, especially a lot of you males who claim to be red pill, but y'all simps. Especially in the pro-black sector, which I call pro-whack. You know what I'm saying? So let me take this. My phone's about. Hold on. God. Oh. Let me. I gotta go. I gotta run to the charger real quick. Hold on a second. Okay. So. Bear with me, yeah, I know this is... So, the thing about Brittany Renner, now, she's messed with all these dudes. I don't know how many men she's messed with, but athletes, she got that feminist mindset. She has never had her own stuff. Everything she has came from a guy, came from a man. You know, she's a user. That's why I say she's a 304 loser. Okay? That's what I mean by that. And she's trying to rebel. And what's so funny about when she's talking about I'm rebelling, what are you rebelling against? Even when these so-called melanated women, she's half Caucasian, half black. You can say half cave. And half melanated woman. When I hear them talk about rebellion, it's so funny how when it comes, because you know when a lot of these divesting females, these melanated women who talk about divesting, when they talk about divesting, they don't rebel against nothing. When it comes to her white boss, cave boss, as these pro-black, pro-wax, really pro-wax would say, these cave devils, these white devils. You never notice that these melanated women they don't talk, they don't be, when they divest and they swirl, they don't rebel. Even when it comes to their white bosses, they don't rebel, or advisors. But they're so pro-black. Oh, They're so woke. Get out of here. These heifers, see, when they talk about rebellion, they're talking about melanated men like you and I, who look like you and I. When it comes to Brad, Chad, oh, they look, Ted, Timothy, well, you know, John, I would say Jonathan, because when it's a brother, it's John. You know what I'm saying? John. You know, when it comes to the white male, left or right, Christian or not, Christian atheist, they don't rebel against nothing. They can talk about white supremacy and all that stuff. They talk about Black Lives Matter. These women do not care about black men. They don't. The majority don't. Now, if you these women, the women who not like that, they get called pygmies. Danica Marie has spoken on this. The fake woke. She gets called a pygmy. Janelle Simone, I think it was I forgot her name. Simone. Janelle Simone or something like that. I don't know. I forgot her name. No, Chantel Simone. Chantel Simone. She's that Caribbean sister that I guess she's for the black manosphere, and she speaks truth to power like Danica Marie. But Danica Marie is more of a consistent content creator. I do enjoy watching her. Even though when she be going in, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I do. Now she may not be my cup of tea, but her feet are nice. Now, Deion Sanders. Now, what I'm gonna get to, Deion Sanders brought back Brittany Renner. They spoke at he's a coach at Jackson State for the football team in Jackson State, and he had Brittany Renner as a guest, and you got these I don't know, I mean these guys are calling him a sucker, a simp, and all that stuff. I think, and here's the thing: I don't understand some of these so-called red pill content creators or these red pill supporters. A lot of these guys, man, it's like you call every man. So that's why even when it comes to men going their own way, I might. And fuck TFL, fuck True Force Owners, fuck y'all racist motherfuckers. Because y'all not about that life. You're not about that man's life. You're not for men's empowerment. A lot of these so-called red pill, they're not about that life. They're no different than these black empowerment groups. They're no different than these pro-wax. These people who call themselves in the melanated community. A lot of them a lot of these red pill content creators, they're no different than these fake pro-blacks. They'll talk all this pro-black truth to power stuff, but when they log off, yes a master, yes a boss, and I got my white husband, I got my white wife, actually, when it comes to melanated women, they never have a husband. They're the side chick to Brad and Chad. And I see a lot of these well-to-do melanated women with these nasty ass, ain't took a bath in months, Chads. And a lot of these fake, and POA is bullshit. Oh, I know what you mean. I know these fake these red pill supporters. That's why I don't, here's the thing. Let me tell you guys this. When you see something that becomes kind of like mainstream, trending mainstream, like pro-blackness, woke, red pill, and you see a lot of people start being involved, you got to get out and run. Get away from them. When you are a small market, now I'm not saying it can't be mainstream and you can't get stuff done, but when it's trending, because a lot of people are just trending. They're not about that life. They just want to be a part of the fun. Some of these women who say they are red pill supporters, they're part of man's. No, they're trying to get some dizzic. They're trying to get some, because these women will say, well, these guys, y'all be sliding in my DMs, stop the cap. Some of you women who claim you for men's issues, I'm married. Then why are you like shaking your ass like these other modern hoes. Why are you twerking? Why are you like looking all sexy for the camera? Because I mean, I know the difference. I'm not saying my spidey senses are not always perfect, but I kind of know the difference because most of the women who are really serious, they're very conservative in how they dress and how they behave. Sometimes, a lot of times, they have their husbands present. Hey, yeah, a long time no seeing here. And you know, you gotta be careful. A lot of these women who want to be in the manosphere, red pill, men going their own way, and just men's issues. I mean, you gotta be careful because a lot of these women are undercover feminists, especially when they are single or they claim to be. They claim to, I'm in a relationship, but you'd be surprised. Now, I got female supporters, that support they say, I love what you say and all that stuff. I'm not talking about them. That got married and got a family. I'm talking about the ones who claim they got a husband, but you never see the husband in the picture. You just see them, and they be looking all, showing everything, showing simulated, nudity. You know what I'm saying? Some of these women you got to watch out for the women who say, I'm supporting men's issues, especially if she's over the age of 25. Because I can tell you, some of those women are undercover. I don't know what it's about these so-called undercover liberal women, modern westernized liberal women who claim to be conservative when they're not. They're no different. There's no such thing as, it doesn't matter if she leans to the left or right or religious or not. Y'all one and the same. Even if you're the way some of y'all dress. Now I've seen women roast other women. Well, how can you lame? Why are you dressing down? Oh, I remember how Aisha Curry. Aisha Curry. When Aisha Curry talked about ladies cover up, I'm like, yeah, okay. And then all of a sudden, I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm rooting for her. But when she started like getting so comfortable, when she started telling her business and complaining about Stephen Curry, I said, oh shit. I said, oh no. She's talking about she's not getting no attention. I'm like, wait a minute, you grew up in the spotlight. You know what time it is. You knew his father and his mother. Now, like Stephen Curry's mother, Dusty, she trash. And a goddamn divester, goddamn bedwench, laying in the caves. She a bedwench. I mean, one thing to be sneaking around, but the Currys, the Curry family, Aisha included, they're not on pro-black stuff. I mean, LeBron James, I can't take him seriously. He's a blue check mark. He's a blue check celeb. And the Currys, with their high level selves, man, please. He talks about Trump, and y'all gonna give him woke points for talking bad about Trump? Come on. Oh, but y'all don't have nothing to say about these white liberals. Okay. They're one and the same. Them cave liberals. They're one and the same. Okay. Brittany, now, these guys, these undercover simps, or these guys who are just angry. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you with foreign women. But my thing is, I agree with you on foreign women. Now I'm not a big supporter of just getting a passport and just leaving. Even though, hey, to me that's your call. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. If I got the means, yeah, I'm going. But here's the thing: this misandry, this gynocracy, this gynocentrism does not stop in the West. This is not stopping the America, kick your cuff 3Ks, don't get that shit incorporated and twisted, y'all. It does not stop in America, Canada, and it does not stop in England. And now Mexico, you gotta be careful about Mexico. Okay? There's a lot of feminazis out in the Mexicanos. Anti-black as hell too. But even if you go to Asian countries, you gotta be careful. Gotta be smart. I say avoid anything that's I say if you're gonna go overseas, I would say don't stay in the tourist parts. If you're looking for women, do not be in this tour. Do not be where there's where there's like Western, where there's like a lot of Western influences. Where it's the for Western folks. Stay away from them areas that has a lot of Caucasian influences, especially when where they speak better English than us. That's a red flag. I would say be more in the mainland, not in the tourist parts, looking for women, because a lot of them are undercover hells, if you know what I mean. Gold diggers, if you know what I mean, and they can ruin your life. Worse, they know the laws better than us. They know how to get them grants and all that other stuff, all those handouts and all that other shit that nobody wants to talk about. Okay. So my thing about Brittany Renner, Deion Sanders, having Brittany Renner, to talk to his, I would say, talk to the players, his players. I don't see nothing wrong with that. They need to know. But do I think Deion Sanders can be a blue check mark? Yeah. Come on now. He's well known and well to do, but he's kind of like a has been. Not really a has been, he's a has been as a player. Even celebrity, he kind of has, but to me, what he did was made himself relevant again, which is like, not really wrong with that, but that's what you can call him a blue check mark. But to me, if he's trying to help his players, which I think he may mean well, but I would say you need to have her as a guest, and you need to have an uncomfortable, honest, respectful conversation. Okay? And then when she's gone, you go in. You have that locker room talk. You have that barbershop talk. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I mean? That's what needs to be done. Okay. But my thing about Brittany Renner, she has never had nothing. She's dusty, broke, a super gold digger, super saiyan gold digger, high body count. You mean to tell me with Brittany Renner, when I hear women talk about, I dealt with rich men. I dealt with celebrities, athletes, and I only date men with six figures. But now I say, okay, then how come you're not a wife? How come these dudes do not get on one knee and say, will you marry me? Oh, God, Calvin, hey, when you're like me, you better know how to defend. Some of these women know how to fight. These women are violent. These women are violent. And some of these women talk about, I'm going to get a gun because these men are doing street harassment. That's a goddamn lie. Not saying don't go on, but it doesn't happen. It's exaggerated. Me Too, street harassment. How can you say the street harassment, but then you complain about men not checking for you? It can't be both. Y'all cannot have the same plight, the same story. Y'all cannot have, it's a 90% of this, but the 90% of men are not checking for me. Let me say what they're talking about. It's street harassment because she don't find him attractive and he don't look like he got money. If he had a Lamborghini and he was whistling at her, trying to invade her space, holler at her, even grope her, she would love it. I'm sorry. Not all women do this, but too damn many of y'all do. Okay? The majority of these women who talk about men not looking for them over the age, damn near 30 years old. Now I know there's some women who have some struggles, and they're getting the therapy and all that stuff, and maybe they took some time off. I ain't talking about y'all. I'd rather deal with y'all than these women who are just being disingenuous and shit. Some of these women just came out of jail, fresh out of jail. Whew. Fresh out of prison. Ain't had no dizzy in a long time. Gotta watch out for that. Shoot. These women be on a hunt for Dizzic, for that eggplant. Let me say this. You got women who will drive over 4 hours, or even to get with a man. You got women who will actually make that, but it's usually to the point and they really like filming him. And but if she's like, more times than not, because that wall, because she's about to hit, because the wall is undefeated. It's usually that wall. You know what I'm saying? It's usually that wall and that biological clock that it's not going to stop ticking. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. I was on longer than I expected. But my thing is Brittany Renner. If Brittany Renner was a man, like I said earlier, he would be roasted, especially if he was a dark skinned brother. Roasted, called bum, called broke, dusty, a loser, a failure. But because she's a female with fake assets, and the sisterhood, some of the sisterhood, they back her up to a certain extent, as long as she don't try to be a side chick to her man or the men they're trying to get with. They're gonna take up for her, even though she's a mulatto. Don't let these colorless crybaby melanated women fool you, especially those dark skinned heifers. Brown skin heifers, like caramel, ebony, melanated women. I wouldn't call y'all ebony because to me, ebony, you got to earn that title, ebony. These women, they will defend each other, then throw each other underneath the bus when the coast is clear. That sisterhood is a bunch of smoke. This victimhood over being harassed, but these women talk about men ain't checking for them. They're complaining about men not saying hi to them. You talk about street harassment. I ain't gonna say hi to you. I'm not gonna. Well, and even on the job. No, I'm not trying to holler at you. Well, I'm lonely. Especially at this time, you got a lot of these women talking. I'm scared. No, they ain't. These women are not. These women talk about they're afraid of men, afraid to walk out in the street. They're talking about I'm afraid to turn out on men because I'm gonna get killed. No, that don't happen. No. More times it's not the total opposite. No, a lot of these women can't even handle being turned down. They want to call them. They want to cuss them out. All that stuff. See, they're gonna go for the men they want. Guys are more humble. Guys are forced to be humble. Guys are forced to be red pill. I would argue that men are forced to be red pill, legitimately red pill. Even though you got a lot of simp ass suckers who are blue pill, purple pill, rage, and pink pill bitch ass. It's exactly. And it's like to me, Brittany Renner talk about I'm gonna be on top. She's talking about. Here's the thing. Regardless of even when they talk about she's getting like $2K in child support, I don't even know about that. I'm not even speak on that. But to me, that's ridiculous. She don't need that much money. What she needs to do. And my thing is, she calls herself an influencer and a model. What agency? I want to know because this is what goes on in many, especially in the foot fetish community. You got these women. A lot of them are not. I said you're not a model. You're a sex worker. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a million. There's nothing model about you. You have no talent. All you do is sell feet pictures. All you do is sell pictures of your feet, which I ain't buying. I can, I can kind of get my own. You know what I mean? I kind of got women in my rotation. But again, what Brittany Renner talking about? She's gonna be on top and all this other stuff. I'm like, you're not on top. Your best chance, you threw it all away. When you've been ran through by them athletes and them celebrities and them other men you talk about had money, you failed. You shot a big ass air ball. You threw a bad pass. You out of bounds. My thing is the last ditch attempt was PJ Washington. And my thing, PJ, if you ever watch this, fight for custody. Do not let her have custody of your child. You make sure you get custody. You fight for custody. She's not fit to be a mother. I don't know. Now I don't know her and how her situation, but it looks pretty fucked up. Make sure you men fight for custody, especially if you're well-to-do. Have your mother raise that. Have your mother send you on the road, and the family help raise your child, raise your son. You need to be in your son's life. You need to fight for the cousin to be full time parent. Okay? Make arrangements with your mother. Somebody who's stable. Okay? PJ, make sure you fight for custody. Because that heifer is crazy. But yeah. It's just, to me, talk about Brittany, and I don't have a problem with Brittany. It's just her life, the way she's just typical in the way she lives. The only thing she could do, and maybe she's gonna go to OnlyFans, because I don't know how she's gonna get back on top, because she has so many chances and failed. Probably OnlyFans, sell them feet pictures and feet video clips and other adult rated content. Okay, but anyway, great seeing y'all back. It feels good to be back. Y'all have a great one. Good night. All right, peace.